So the music. Now, the music in Twilight was very distinct. You could hear the different parts, like action parts had the action music, the love-ish parts had the love music and all of that. And it was very set. The music soundtrack in this was actually pretty surprising. I thought it it blended into the scene. It wasn't just scene with music, it was kind of a package with the scene, and I liked that. For a lot of them, the music added more effect. And as we're talking about effects, the effects were basically one of the most amazing things on there, and probably why most of the men were a bit more happy with seeing this one than Twilight. But I found it amazing how the CGI can be in a movie which is not all CGI for one, and turn a man into a wolf. Now, although that's not much, the way they did it is actually really amazing. And for some scenes, Bella looks into the eyes of the wolves, and I thought that's really intense, and the eyes were so detailed. And in Twilight, there were loads of little bits that kind of spoiled the movie for me. Like, for instance, why would a vampire climb a tree? Just why? I know it's fun, it looks kind of fun, but it's just delving off the point completely. And in Twilight, when Victoria's in the party, surely Edward would send her. And it's just those little bits, and little bits in the script and that sort of thing, that spoiled it for me. But in this one, I think A New Moon, it was just the attention to detail that made it good. Like the attention to making the music fit perfectly, and the attention to the CGI and all of that. And I think that was partially due to, well, actually mostly due to Chris Weitz, the director, or Chris Weitz. He decided not to take clips, to keep on with the post-production of New Moon, and I really think it paid off. Along with the really psychologically smart camera work and all of the effects, I just think he made the movie what it is. He kind of lifted the fantasy into it, because this is a fantasy movie. Twilight was quite serious, although you could see the fantasy. And I know they didn't have that much money, but I thought they could have done more. But Chris Weitz, I really like him as a director. I think he's really made for this. And I think he really commits to it, he understands. And for all the men out there is a man who likes the Twilight Saga, and he's putting it on movies, so it can't be that bad. To be honest, I would love it if he would redo Twilight. That would be the cherry on top of the cake. I'm sorry, Catherine Hardwicke, but I honestly do not think that is what Twilight should be. They have these different directors, and this is meant to be a complete saga for one story. But the problem is, if they keep on changing directors, every director has a different sort of style, and I think, I don't know, but maybe in the end the saga would just completely be kind of not joined together. I don't know, it would just be sort of separate styles and won't really match all together, and that would be a real shame if that happens. Also, because it was visual, obviously, it helped bring some of the parts in the book to life, sort of, because for example, the diving scene where Bella throws herself off the cliff just to hear Edward's voice, some people may find that absolutely terrible. And the thing is, when she's in the water in the book, and the description of how she just doesn't want to live, and she's like, okay, I've heard his voice, I can die now happily. To be honest, although I do like the saga, that's a bit stupid. She's really weak in that scene. I just don't particularly like that part of that, just how she gives up. And visually in the movie, it seems a lot more, it made a lot more sense. She didn't seem so idiotic to have done that, and she didn't look like she wanted to die, which hopefully she didn't. But to be honest, with Kristen's face, you never know. I did say in Twilight that you should watch it, but I can well and truly say this is the one worth watching. Out of the two of them, definitely this is the one worth watching. And as I said, there is a great difference. If you didn't like Twilight, I'm sure that this one will appeal to you more. I would love to know what you think of the movie, so please comment and subscribe because I'll be doing the whole Twilight series. The Twilight Saga New Moon review. The end. Bye! 5 stars for Mythical Creatures.